Imagine planning your dream vacation only to discover that your destination is suddenly off-limits for UK citizens in 2024. This scenario is becoming an unfortunate reality. Certain countries that once welcomed British travelers with open arms are now closing their doors. But before we unravel this list, welcome to our channel, your ultimate guide to discovering diverse places around the world. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's aim for 500 likes and subscribes on this video. As global politics, safety concerns, and diplomatic relations evolve, so do travel restrictions. Whether due to strained political ties, safety advisories, or new visa regulations, these countries have become no-go zones for UK passport holders. Let's explore the top 10 countries where UK citizens can no longer visit in 2024. 10. Afghanistan. Once a popular destination for adventurers and history enthusiasts, Afghanistan has become one of the most dangerous places for UK citizens in 2024. The Taliban's return to power has led to severe instability, with daily reports of violence and terrorism. The UK government has issued a strong advisory against all travel to Afghanistan, citing risks of kidnappings, bombings, and other forms of violence. British nationals remaining in the country are urged to leave immediately as consular support is extremely limited. Infrastructure is in ruins, and even previously accessible regions are now fraught with danger. Women and minorities face additional risks due to the Taliban's strict interpretation of Islamic law. The volatile security situation, coupled with a rise in attacks targeting foreign nationals, has made Afghanistan a top no-go destination for UK travelers. Additionally, the lack of reliable transportation and healthcare services further exacerbates the risks. 9. Myanmar. Known for its rich cultural heritage and breathtaking landscapes, Myanmar has descended into chaos since the 2021 military coup. The ongoing political turmoil has resulted in widespread protests, violence, and human rights abuses. In 2024, the UK government advises against all but essential travel to Myanmar. Foreign nationals, including UK citizens, face risks of arbitrary detention and being caught up in violent conflicts. The tourism industry has collapsed, and even major cities like Yangon and Mandalay are no longer safe. With restricted internet access and communication networks, staying connected in Myanmar is nearly impossible. Tourist hotspots like Bagan and Inal Lake, once bustling with visitors, are now ghost towns due to safety concerns and travel restrictions. For UK travelers, the combination of political unrest, collapsing infrastructure, and lack of consular support makes Myanmar a highly dangerous destination. 8. Syria. Syria, a land of ancient history and cultural landmarks, has been ravaged by a brutal civil war since 2011. The UK government strongly advises against all travel to Syria due to terrorism, kidnapping, and military conflict. Entire cities lie in ruins, and the risk of being targeted by extremist groups like ISIS is high. Humanitarian workers and journalists face extreme dangers, as the lack of diplomatic relations between the UK and Syria offers no safety net. With violence erupting unpredictably and basic services almost non-existent, Syria remains one of the riskiest places for UK citizens in 2024. Iconic sites such as Palmyra and Aleppo, which once attracted history lovers, are now inaccessible due to ongoing violence and destruction. Additionally, the severe humanitarian crisis leaves locals and travelers vulnerable to diseases and shortages of essential resources. 7. Yemen. Yemen's rich history and culture have been overshadowed by a devastating civil war that began in 2015. The UK government warns against all travel to Yemen, highlighting severe risks of terrorism, armed conflict, and kidnappings. Infrastructure has collapsed, and many regions are inaccessible. Foreign nationals are often caught in crossfires or targeted by terrorist groups. Additionally, Yemen's humanitarian crisis is among the worst globally, with widespread starvation and disease outbreaks. For UK citizens, the risks far outweigh any potential reasons for visiting Yemen. Cities like Sana'a and Aden, known for their architectural beauty, have become battlegrounds, with access highly restricted. The ongoing blockade and fuel shortages make even basic transportation and communication nearly impossible. 6. Iran. Despite its ancient history and cultural treasures, Iran has become increasingly hostile to UK citizens due to deteriorating diplomatic relations. The UK government advises against all but essential travel, citing risks of arbitrary detention and political instability. Foreign nationals are often detained on charges of espionage or subversion, and consular assistance is severely limited. Iran's strict Islamic laws pose additional challenges, particularly for women and Western travelers. The heightened tensions and risks of harassment make Iran an unviable destination for UK travelers in 2024. Attractions like Persepolis and Isfahan, once major draws for tourists, now see dwindling numbers due to the increased scrutiny and restrictions imposed on foreign visitors. 5. Haiti. Haiti, once a vibrant Caribbean destination, is now plagued by extreme political instability and gang violence. The UK government advises against all travel to Haiti due to widespread kidnappings, armed violence, and civil unrest. Gangs control large swathes of the country, and infrastructure is severely lacking. Frequent natural disasters, such as hurricanes and earthquakes, exacerbate the dangers. For UK citizens, the absence of consular support and the high risk of violence make Haiti a no-go zone in 2024. Once popular areas like Port-au-Prince and Jacmel are now hotspots for gang activity, making travel nearly impossible. Additionally, the lack of medical facilities and clean water contributes to the dire situation. 4. Somalia. Decades of civil war and terrorism have rendered Somalia one of the most dangerous countries for UK travelers. Groups like Al-Shabaab actively target foreign nationals for ransom or propaganda. Infrastructure is virtually non-existent, and even humanitarian workers face extreme risks of violence or abduction. The UK government advises against all travel, emphasizing the lack of effective governance and widespread lawlessness. Somalia's security situation is unpredictable, making it highly unsafe for any foreign traveler. Key regions like Mogadishu and Kismayo, though vital economic hubs, are fraught with dangers, including bombings and armed clashes. Even the coastline, once renowned for its beauty, is heavily patrolled due to piracy threats. 3. South Sudan. As the world's youngest nation, South Sudan continues to struggle with internal conflict and instability. The UK government advises against all travel due to armed violence, kidnappings, and ethnic tensions. Infrastructure is nearly non-existent, and healthcare services are minimal. The ongoing civil conflict has created a severe humanitarian crisis, with millions displaced. Even areas previously considered safe are now unpredictable, making South Sudan one of the most dangerous destinations for UK citizens. Natural reserves like Boma National Park, which once held promise for ecotourism, remain off-limits due to security concerns and lack of infrastructure. 2. Eritrea. Eritrea is one of the most repressive countries in the world, with severe restrictions on freedom of movement and expression. The UK government warns against all travel due to risks of arbitrary detention and the lack of consular support. Visitors face rigorous surveillance, and any form of dissent can result in severe consequences, including imprisonment. The country's isolation and ongoing conflict with Ethiopia further exacerbate the risks, as tensions occasionally spill over into cross-border skirmishes. Eritrea's restrictive visa policies make it nearly impossible for travelers to enter, and those who do are confined to limited areas under heavy supervision. Even the capital, Asmara, renowned for its Italian colonial architecture, offers little respite as visitors must navigate stringent government controls and an atmosphere of mistrust. Additionally, the lack of basic amenities, including reliable transportation and health care, makes Eritrea an unattractive destination for tourists. 1. Mali. Mali tops the list as the most perilous destination for UK travelers in 2024. The rise of extremist groups, such as Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, AQIM, has led to frequent attacks targeting foreign nationals. Bombings, kidnappings, and armed conflicts are common, and the UK government has reduced its diplomatic presence in the country. Infrastructure is crumbling, and the humanitarian crisis is worsening, with large populations displaced